is Brian Hendrianto, and here I'm gonna tell you a quick computer history. First, the word computer was first used for describe a person who perform calculation for competition. And this definition computer of remained the same until the end of 19th century when it began referring to a machine perform calculation. And the first computer automatic computing engine concept is from 1922 by Charles Babbage, and it proposed to begin developing different engine and considered to be the first automatic computing engine that was capable of counting several set of numbers and making hard copies of the results. And later in 1837, Charles Babbage proposed a first general mathematical computer, the analytical engine. And this engine is contain ALU, that is arithmetic logic unit, and it has a basic flow control and integrated memory, and it's the first general purpose of computer concept. And then the first programmable computer, the Z1, originally created by the Germany Konrad Zuse and his parent living room at the 1936 to 1938. It is considered to be the first electromechanical binary programmable modern computer and really the first functional computer. After that, there is a first electronic programmable computer. The name is Colossus, and the first electric programmable computer that developed by Tommy Flowers first demonstrated in the December 1943. And the Colossus was created to help British code breakers and read encrypted German messages. And basically, it used at World War II. And skip to the other years, the first digital computer sort of is the ABC, Atomic Berry Computer. And it started developed by Professor John Vincent Sonom Van. It's very hard to spell his name, and he's graded by Studential Berry in 1337 and continued to develop until 1942 at the Iowa State College. The ABC was an electrical computer that would use vacuum tubes for digital computation, including binary math, Boolean magic, logic, and had no CPU. And October 1973, the U.S. federal judge Earl Lesson signed his decision to ENIAC by patent hacker. Mowgli was invalid of the name Atasnov as inventor of electronic digital computer. And then the ENIAC was invented by G. Jasper Eckert and John Mowgli at the University of Pennsylvania began construction in 1943. And it was completed and not complete until 1946 and occupied by 1,800 square feet and used about 18,000 computers maybe, and many still consider an ENIAC to be the digital computer because it's fully functional. And to the next, the first stored program computer. And this is the early British computer known as AD6, and it's considered to be the first stored program electronic computer that performed the first calculation on May 6, 1947. 1949, and it was the computer read at the first grade. And next is the first computer company. And the first computer was Electronic Controls Company and founded by 1949 and by Jasper Exter and George Mickley. And the same year will help the create ENIAC computer. And this company was later renamed to EMCC or Eckert Mickley Computer Corporation and released a series mainframe computers under the Unified name. And the next year is the first program computer. And first the United States of Government 1950 by the Unified 1101 or ERA 1101. And it considered to be the first computer that was capable of storing running program from memory. And then the first commercial computer. In 1942, Konrad Zuse began to work in the Z4. The Z4, which later to become the first commercial computer after being sold to Edward Stiefel, a mathematician who Swiss Federal Institute of Technology Zurich on July 12th, 1950. And the next is the first PC computer. On April 7th is 1970, IBM introduced the 701, the first electric computer and the first mass product computer. Later, they introduced into the first personal computer called IBM PC in 1981. And the computer was code names still sometimes referred to the Acorn and had the 8088 processor and is 16 KB of memory which was expandable to 56 and releasing empty DOS. And then the first computer with RAM. MIT produced the Wayland machine on March 8, 1955, revolutionary computer that was first digital computer with magnetic core RAM and real-time graphics. And then the first mini computer in 1960, Digital Computing Corporation released its first many PDP computers in PDP-1. And then the first mass market PC in 1988, the Howard Packard began to first mass packet PC at the HP 9900A. And then it's come the first microprocessor. The Intel introduced the first processor Intel 404 on November 15, 1971. And the first personal computer, it began in the 1775 by Ed Roberts. Coined the term personal computer when it introduced the Altair 8800. Although the first computer personal is considered by many by the Back 01, it is the first introduced for $750 in 1971. The computer relied on the series switches for inputting data by output data by turning an on or off series of lights. And the first laptop or portable computer, the IBM 5100, is the first portable computer which has released on September 1975. The computer will weigh 500 pounds and had 5-inch CT display and type drive, 1.9 MHz PARM processor, and 64 KB of RAM. And the feature is the value of computer laptop is considered to be Osborne, which was released on April 1981, and it developed by Adam Osborne. And then the first Apple company by Steve Wozniak designed the first Apple as known the Apple I computer in 1976. And then after the Compaq portable is considered the PC clone was released in 1983 by Compaq. The Compaq portable was 500 computer with IBM computers but was capable of running and software developed for IBM computers. And then in 1972, the first multimedia computer by Tandy Radio Shack became the first company that released computer based on the MPC standards. It's edited on the M2500 XL Strip 2 and 4 enthusiast computer. And then after that, by team this time we have this is the history of computer. Thank you for listening me and thank you for watching.